Hello, everybody. It's Techstack here. Got Eagle here with me.
Hi, everybody. It is kind of late, isn't it?
It's kind of what? Late? Laggy?
Well, late for us, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a busy day. I was watching some stuff on Netflix too when I made these last two changes, so that's why I didn't get on right away. I was coding. But that's okay, because we've got some bug fixes in here. I'm kind of to the point where I'm not sure what else I need to add to this version before releasing it, because I think it's working. Hey, Enderman. Have you seen any major bugs, I guess?
The blueprints, if you take it out and you do that. The one I told you, I think a day before.
Right, if you put it in, start the crafting, and then take it out, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna act funny, like, if you do that.
Could you take it where you just, like, hold the blueprint in there when you start working on it?
That's what I wanted to do, but the problem is it's not gonna update to lock it in there until... What? I hate it when your intestines spawn. Okay, yeah, that would stink. So it wouldn't update to actually lock it until you go back into the container or the GUI itself. That's the problem. So when you click the button, the only thing I could do is then close the GUI and make you go back in it to look at it again. But
yeah, force close
yeah, force it closed so that when you go back in it, it's then a read-only thing. It's doable. It's just not what I prefer to do. So I'm trying to think what else I could do to fix that. Right the moment, I'm hopping around on the server. Trying to think of what else I can work on in the mod itself that we need to have. I know we need new machines, but the models I got from Blue Boy are broken and I can't open them in Blender for some reason.
I still think we should wait on the full update of it so far, because until we get like the new dimension like completely set up with something to do.
Right. I hear what you're saying, and that's part of the reason I was trying to get the laser miner in, just so we got something. I don't have a model for a Lamborghini, and a Lamborghini is not going to be added. Yeah, I know. What other like block machines did we even talk about, or what other changes to the blocks that we have did we talk about? I can't remember anything. Just those machines is all I remember for tier 2.
Well, that was the big push with tier 2 was the machines, but
right.
I know we talked about the explosive. And how do we do the explosive?
We also need to set up the fuel processing and the asphalt production. So that might be something good to work on. Get the asphalt production block, or however we're going to do that.
Yeah, if we do that, I think a lot of people would be extremely happy.
Right, because I've also got the asphalt, like the compressed asphalt, set up where it makes you run fast again. It wasn't working before for a while. So maybe that's the perfect thing to work on, is the asphalt, and then figure out what we're going to do with those crystals to process it into the tier 2 fuel. Yeah. Like, maybe I'll make an crystal energy, like an energized crystal form or something like that. I don't know. You just want a car to drive around, don't you, Enderman? Let me go back over here into this and start this one running, and one that's up on a creative world, I'll see what kind of things we can use to build this thing. Yeah, but the sub doesn't need any weapons. Because the sub's underwater and there's no hostile mobs underwater.
At least not yet.
No hostile mobs yet? No water? That's true. In the future version of a Minecraft, there might be, yeah.
I don't know if YouTube blocked the comment or hi.
YouTube hasn't blocked any comments. What's going on?
Gamers. Gaming. He didn't say anything in the chat, so I was trying to figure out if that was a bug or something.
It's showing he's saying stuff for me. Yeah, he said, why don't you add some weapons to the chopper and stuff? And then he showed a smiley face when Enderman said, I see why your name is Nuclear.
Oh, there we go. For some reason that didn't pop up on mine.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so the other one's running now. Let's see. Go into the survival world. I think Fire was suggesting we use the bleak stone, and I can't argue with that. As far as, you know, some type of recipe to make the asphalt.
Yeah.
So let's see. So bleak stone.
We need to get the battery banks working.
Yeah, that's going to be bigger than...
Can we set it up where it's like right next to the generator or something, and
They'll store power. They will store power, but the problem is the way they transfer power in and out. Basically, they just get stuck in a loop and they'll just transfer it up and down or left and right, back and forth between each other, and it's useless because of it. We've got some attachments already for the chopper. They're not fully done though. Let's see, what other blocks should we add into this? It just seems silly to me to take 4 bleak stone and make it into asphalt.
do we want like a polished version of bleakstone?
Cook it in the turbo furnace.
Yeah.
Cook it in the turbo furnace, and that's what makes the raw asphalt that's used in the paver.
Because you're melting rock. Yeah, that would probably work.
And asphalt technically needs heat.
Yeah, and you're burning the rock, so
I could see that.
that would definitely work for that.
That's probably simple enough to do because that's just a craft or a new smelting recipe specific for my block, which I think I set up different.
Have you ever tried like updating or playing around with the conduit, like on the test server?
No, because I know it's broken. So it's just going to suffer the same thing as the battery, where if you put one here and one here, what they'll do is the bottom one will transfer to the top one, and in the next tick, the top one's going to transfer straight back down. And the power is just going to go in a loop back and forth. And it will never go... Like, if you did this and then put one to the side, it would never go to the side. Because its priority inside, the way it's trying to send things through, is it goes up and down first. And because there's a block that it can go up and down between, it's just going to keep going up and down and never go across. So you can get power to transfer if you set them up in the right order. But if
you have it where it like blocks itself, or it can only feed in one direction?
The right way of doing it is to have it basically as a grid of blocks, so that like if I did some crazy weird network that was like this shape, all of that gets powered equally by any generator. So like say that's a generator. This generator inputs and provides power to all the blocks, not just the one it's next to. And then all of those blocks can output that power to whatever's adjacent to it. That's the right way of doing it. And that's why I haven't done it, because it's going to be kind of a big pain in the butt. Because then what happens is somebody does this, and these two grids, or this one grid of power blocks is now 2. How do I get that to work? Because there could be another generator here, and now this grid only needs to get, you know, the 100 per tick from this generator, so that needs to be its own grid, and this grid needs to get the one from this one. So, did I figure out the models? No, I don't know what's up with them. So I import them into Blender. Here, I'll show you. I import, and it's both of them. So if I go to downloads, where is it? The laser model OBJ. I get this error message, and it doesn't really tell me anything about what's wrong with them. Like, I can look at the file itself, and it looks like a legitimate OBJ file, but it's not working for some reason. Actually, what was that message behind the scenes? Maybe that'll give me more info. Laser miner.
Could it be one of the programs updated it and the other one has not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We had this on one of the other ones. Most recent call. It's the same error message, okay. So I don't know what this is about. This NAN and IND. That shouldn't even be in the file. But maybe it's part of the script file for importing OBJ files. I don't know. Anyway, it's not working. So that's what's up with the conduit. And it's the same issue with the batteries. They work on the same set of code right now to transfer power around. And even the generator. But if you only have generators in your setup, they don't transfer power to each other because they don't receive power from each other. Right, I thought we had that issue before, but I couldn't remember what I did to fix it. That's the problem. I thought I edited the file, but I can't. I looked at the file and I don't see what's wrong with it this time. So let me set up a recipe for smelting these bleak stone into the raw asphalt. It would be 1-to-1, but I think that's okay because you're putting in blaze powder at a pretty decent rate to have to do that. So it's going to be machine block bleak stone, and it's going to give you not that mod items dot mod blocks.
Enderman? Yeah, there's no comparison versus the turbo furnace versus the furnaces. It's just
used to be fast.
it is fast.
It does keep you on your toes though, as far as what's the right word? Needing to have enough blaze powder.
No.
Really? You don't think it needs a decent amount? Like, doesn't it take 5 or 6 blaze powder just to smelt one stack?
Yeah, but you get 2 out of 1 blaze rod.
Right.
And with all the stuff I've smelted since we added it to the server, I've only went through 1 stack.
Oh.
So I'm
Okay.
thinking we might need to increase that.
Like, I could see it going to 8, no problem. Because that's how many fuel it would take for like coal, right? In a normal furnace to smelt stuff. Oh, you've
that
got
or
a
almost 16.
$16, so that'd be 8 blaze rods that you need to do.
Yeah. It's inside my house.
You like living dangerously, don't you? Just out in the open. All your stuff out there that could get blown up.
What can get blown up?
Creepers, is what I'm saying. All your chests and everything.
Right, here's the borderline.
Oh, you've got the FTB utilities claiming it for no explosions? Okay. Yeah, then never mind.
Explosions. Yeah.
I forget it does that. I'm used to vanilla. I know that sounds weird, but I'm used to them blowing up everything I own.
I know. It's like that's the whole reason why I have everything out here. It's like it's so nice to be outside.
Yeah. So what's this gonna be? Not a new item, not a new block.
You still owe me a generator, Tech.
Are you a generator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it messed up on building it.
All right.
It still took the items, so yeah.
Yeah. I kind of hate the fact that it works that way. That it can eat your items. Because, like, if you were to hit assemble and never complete the work and just break the block, it doesn't give you your crap back. There you go.
Thanks. And that completes them all.
Okay, so here it is.
Do you and Fiery want another continuous miner?
I made one already. That's what we were using yesterday. That one that we had in the thing. Oh, hey, Hunter can keep using the one he's got. So I need a bulldozer. As paver. Ah. What's the other thing? Road roller. Why am I dropping everything? Jeez.
Back for breakfast.
Big stone. Blaze powder. Turbo furnace. This probably makes sense that it's... I mean, this is kind of cheap. It probably makes sense that it's this cheap because I see this as something that you're going to use a lot of.
Yeah, real quick.
And it's also something you've got to go to the new dimension. So you've got to kill 5 withers to get it. So it's cheap once you get to that level, I guess is what I'm saying. No, you gotta wait till Tuesday. Well, you know what? Okay, in your case, I'll make an exception. You can go ahead and eat. I wouldn't call it breakfast, though. I'd just call it a snack. At least where I'm at. It's not breakfast time.
Breakfast we called lunch, and lunch we called dinner.
Are we hobbits or something?
Well, you can't say I'm not because I'm living in a hole.
Okay, Hunter. I'll check them out here in a second. I'm trying to get asphalt in as a thing that you can actually do now. This feels backwards. Like, the forwards button actually takes me this way.
So you're going forwards?
So to actually place the block like I am, I'm actually hitting the reverse button.
Yeah, you're going backwards. Because they actually push the trucks going forwards.
Right. And that the big bin is in the back, right?
Yeah.
So that model needs flipped around completely. Ugh.
But the funny thing is, and how they sit is backwards.
Right. So this is my forward button right now. I guess it fits with the seat, and you can just back rub.
I guess the issue is you have to make it so it levitates in the air or something.
Levitates. What?
Yeah.
Right,
if you
right.
Take
Yeah,
the bulldozer, you clear out that area again, and you try doing that. Yeah.
Which, let's see. F3B. If I go over that area.
The asphalt?
Slightly wider. Why would you do this? Only for decorations? No, you run faster on it. Let's see how fast I'm running here versus over here. I should be running faster. Feels faster to me. I mean, we can test it on when we get it on the server. Actually, this is on the server. What am I talking about? We just need to place them down.
Wait, what?
But like, not the ability to actually craft them, but if the faster running blocks is on the server.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm like, wait a second.
I slid it in behind your back.
I was gonna be like, really surprised it's on you for a second.
So forget bleak stone.
Ooh, I have an idea for the dump truck, but it's going to be a bigger version of it.
A bigger version of the dump truck? Like one of those huge, like,
yeah,
big quarry that like would crush a
Quarry
car
trucks.
with one wheel.
Yep.
So what do you think of that, Hunter, for the asphalt? Because I know that's one of the ones you've been wanting. So you'd have to go to the bleak dimension, get bleak stone, and harvest it using a continuous miner. And then put it in the turbo furnace, which only uses blaze powder to smelt it over to asphalt.
No, does he know you can go to the not end dimension, the blink dimension now?
He knows we were gonna put the portal up, but he probably doesn't know we put the portal up. So we put the portal up last night in that spot we were talking about over on the server. So let me show you. The server's not only TSCraft members, we're just limiting who can get on. Enderman, if you really want on, man, we can get you on. We can hook you up. You've been on with us long enough. I know you're not gonna troll us. If you do, we'll just kick you off. That's how we work.
Yeah.
So, Blue Boy, this is where the portal is. You just come up here, hit shift on it, and it'll take you right in. Yeah. Who doesn't hate trolls, except for the trolls themselves?
Only if they're funny trolls that can be like
Right.
undone in a few seconds.
Right. There's a difference between trolling and pranking, right?
Yeah.
A prank is okay, and I would often say, don't prank somebody in a way that you wouldn't want to clean it up yourself. Because if you prank somebody on one of my servers, I might ask you to clean it up if it's something too much, right? So that's that simple.
I love the shift aspect, where you just go up to the portal and you shift to get in.
Yeah, it was a good solution. I'm glad whoever suggested that did, because I would have been thinking on that one for a while of how to make it so that you don't just keep flipping back and forth. Because when I first tested it, you would go from overworld to bleak, overworld to bleak, overworld to bleak, and just get stuck going between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, I know something else I need to do. This needs to work with the hopper because I'm going to get tired of pulling stuff out of it. As fast as it runs, you need to be able to pull stuff out. So that needs to be a sided inventory. So let's pull that there. And then let's put... You're asking what you're saying about the mining dump truck.
Who's asking about the mining dump truck?
Hunters. You were mentioning, do you have an idea for a dump truck? A bigger dump truck?
Yeah, like, yeah, the quarry trucks. And make it so we can, like, make it kind of based off of the crate boxes. Like, we can have a good chunk of end stone inside of it without really taking anything up.
Ooh. So you're saying...
Have it so we can put, like, 2 or 3, or... Let's see, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... About 5 areas that's crates. And you can have an endless amount of items in that.
So 5 different items, or however many different items, but endless amounts of each of them?
Yeah.
That's an interesting idea. It could wreak havoc on the server, though, if you dumped it out. If you lifted the bed up and they all dumped out, you had 10,000 items of each type in there. Boom, server crash.
Well, there's pros and cons to it. Would
Yeah.
it just drop the crate then that has the items in it or something?
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
dump
right,
truck
the new
needs
models,
to be
sorry.
picked up on speed.
Oh, the bigger one?
No, the smaller one.
Oh, you think it's too small?
I think it's
Or
a little
slow?
bit too slow.
Okay, let me try these real quick, Hunter. I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm
so...
sitting here trying to go down the pathway and it's like taking forever.
Oh, gotcha. At one time I tried to make it so that the machines driving over the compressed stuff would go faster too, but I don't know if that's working right now. I'd have to look at it again. So, wait, loader head's not it. It's Laser Miner 1 OBJ is what got downloaded as. Still crashing. Or still not opening it. Try the other one. And that's the crawler loader. Under downloads. Crawler loader OBJ1. Same message. Let me do this. Show in folder. This file. Edit with notepad. Oh, don't want to download you. In. Nope. Right, I think I found something to fix it, but I don't remember what it was I found. That's the problem. Ah, it goes off the screen too fast. In. Wait, maybe it's a null in something. Let me search for slash. It's such a huge file to try and visually find an error message or a mistake in the format somewhere. Okay, later, Hunter. Night, man.
Good night, Hunter.
You know, I think I might know what it is. It might be something with the... Oh, what are they called? The normals. Might be null in it or something. But there's 104,000 lines in this file for me to scan through to find it.
Ooh. Ooh, I kind of had an idea, but it's kind of a bad idea. Maybe. No, that's just a bad idea.
I know what I should do. Blockwise. Yeah, I should do that. Let me sync or commit this. So this is the SPHALT. Can be made now. Woo. What's that? What's the thing? What's the thing? This one. Can smelt. Can be used to smelt bleak stone into asphalt. Yeah, okay.
For flying. Yep.
Take the release notes.
Hello.
Hello.
Fiery.
What you doing?
The same thing we do every night.
No, you're not. I'm looking at your stream. You're not trying to take over the world.
How do you think I'm trying to take over the world? It's about making a mod that makes me millions, because, you know, you make money from making mods.
Oh, that's the funniest thing I've heard all night.
Wait a minute, you don't? I've been doing this for 3 years for nothing? Oh, do I want to do this? I want to do this. Do I want to do it, though? I don't know. This is going to be a pain in the butt. That's why I like doing it.
You're used to the pain, Tech.
What should I call it?
Call what?
The block I'm going to make, or the branch of code that I'm going to work on.
Just start naming it for whatever you're working on at the time.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure what to call it. So I don't know why, but I thought I should try this. Just it's a very experimental thing. So experiment. Experimental warehouse, for lack of a better word. So, remember we talked about this a while back, Fiery, where, like the Ancient Warfare 2 mods warehouse block, you have all sorts of inventories in a given area.
Oh god, you're putting this thing in now?
I'm not saying I'm putting it in. I'm saying I'm trying it. I'm trying it. So how
You know, you could easily like work on the asphalt real quickly and get it over with, right?
But you know, I just did that within like the last 5 seconds before you got on.
Okay.
So see the asphalt right there?
See, you did do it easily then. See, my point was proven.
So how it works is you do this. You take a turbo furnace, you plop it down. You take the bleak stone.
Oh, that's what I forgot to bring down here.
Put your blaze powder and your bleak stone in there, and you get a stack of raw asphalt.
Nice.
So we went with 1-to-1 between bleakstone and raw asphalt. And if you think about how asphalt is actually made, they actually have to heat it. So it makes sense that you would put it in something to heat it. The turbo furnace is the perfect place. So there you go. That's how you get raw asphalt. And then the paver already works with the raw asphalt item. So it's all good. I actually need to change the whip thing then, right?
Hey, at least, yeah, you do now, actually. I was just gonna say, at least you don't make it so that it cools down after a while. It turns like back into if
like
it's not
a
used
timer on it.
Yeah. No, don't. I'm just saying, don't.
I could do that if you really want me to. I mean,
no, I really don't want you to. Okay.
Switch back to the right branch of code. This asphalt. Whoop. Boom. There we go. Sync that over. So on the server, there is an updated version if you try and get on there. It doesn't have the asphalt recipe piece yet, but it does have a couple other bug fixes that I thought were worth getting on there.
Alright. I'll probably wait for the asphalt one since I know it'll probably be maybe tonight. Maybe.
I mean, I could do it whenever. I just haven't done it yet because we're on the server. That's all.
I don't mind jumping off for a second for adding that.
Okay. If you're all for it, then we'll do it. Let me...
Well, I mean, that dirt road that's been waiting to get paved has been there how long?
Yeah. I know. And we have the ability to get the bleakstone now.
Right.
Sure, that's synced. I don't remember if I synced it or not. I think I clicked the button.
And it'll actually wrap something up semi, sort of.
Hey. GitHub. Get the build going here. Okay, why aren't you showing that there's something new to pull? New pull request. 112.2. Yeah. Oh, we also added a recipe for steel blocks to ingot. So that's going to be blocks. Yeah, you put a steel block in your crafting grid, and it'll turn it into 9 ingots, so you can go back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's that. Let me get the build server checked out. Make sure it's actually building. Am I doing it on my other window? Techstack heavy machinery mod. Yeah, it's building. Once this is done, building, I can hit stop. And we'll be good. Download the mod. 264. There we go. Keep. Instance folder. Mods. Server's already started. Yeah, it's got 264.
Okay, Fiery, let's go back. I think about 3 topics now. We were looking at equipment for tier 2. I suggested a quarry truck that had like 5 slots. That's like crates, so you could fill it up. The issue is when you go to dump it, do all those items just automatically come out or something, and recap it on the server.
Yeah, that would. Oh man, is there a way you could transfer the data into it? Into like a block? That's what you're working on, right, Tech? To
What?
the ability to dump the load from the truck to the block?
No.
No, that was just one of the things we were talking about.
Oh.
So, what I am working on is basically like the AE2 warehouse type thing. But how should that work, Fiery? Or what should we call that? Should it be a warehouse? Does it make sense to be a warehouse?
It would.
It does make sense for a warehouse or a storage unit.
I mean, a warehouse is what they, you know, that's what it is. It's a warehouse.
Yeah.
Storage thing. Although I thought you were going more towards, well, the AE like type thing, or applied energistics.
Well, I wasn't gonna make my own. How do I want to describe this? So, the thing about the AE system I liked is the GUI.
Off the power, didn't you? Too.
No, I didn't.
Probably
no.
Where it twisted.
No.
No.
No. All I wanted was the GUI.
Okay.
Because I want a GUI that you can open it up, and preferably you can search. I'll have to see if my skills can do that. In a relatively fast manner. But yeah, that's the main thing. I want to search.
For the GUI,
have all your items in one GUI so you can just see everything. It's sorted, whatever. And you're good.
Couldn't you just have the GUI just add an extra line every time you add a new item? That way you don't run out of space.
Add another line. I need a scroll bar is what I need.
Oh. Well.
But before that, I need to see if I can place a block down here and see the inventories in the other blocks around it. I think I can, but I need to make sure I can. So here's the server. Back on the server real quick. So call it a warehouse controller, or warehouse. I don't know. A warehouse. We're gonna call it a warehouse, guys. There we go. Copy paste.
Yeah, warehouse controller would be okay.
Warehouse monitor?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're more original that way. That does sound cool, too.
Because it lets you see what's in the warehouse.
That's what you're basically doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there going to be a simple way to move items through the portal?
In your inventory?
Well, you got like 9 chests filled with bleak stone already for asphalt.
Oh, come on.
Soccer boxes?
I was just going to say, shulker boxes and put an ender chest there. You can move it almost instantaneously. Fill the entirety of your inventory in a ender chest with shulker boxes filled with them.
Yep.
Done.
Okay, how many you got I can borrow?
I got a couple. I just gotta get on. Hold on.
Okay.
The few I got are kind of filled with a few items.
Yeah, I know. Mine too. I think I got 3 of them that aren't filled with anything, but I know for sure I got a couple that are. You gave me the things that I needed to make them anyway, so of course you can use them.
The problem with this is I won't know how many inventory slots I need for this until I go to open it or something like that.
Well, that's where I was getting to the if it runs out of room, add another it can add another line if it needs it, which would then
Right.
really require the need for the scroll bar, because that scroll bar could get big after a while. Probably will get big after a while.
Well, and I can limit how much stuff you can have if we need to based on the area it can scan in the world, right? Make the warehouse only go 5 by 5 by 5 or something like that. That's not as much of an issue. It's I don't know how many slots those inventories would hold, right? What if it's a crate? That's a lot of. So I guess it's only 1 slot still. I don't know if it's gonna work with crates. I'll have to figure that out. So
I just had a thought on that. Could you have it where it sets up as like a home unit base? Then you could, then that scans for, let's say, 15 block area. Like anything in that area, it'll tell you exactly how much it has, and you can grab the items out of that, and you can add on like markers or something to increase the range of it. It's like if you go on down 20, here's a 5 by 5 area it scans now in that area.
I get what you're saying.
Work?
I get what you're saying. Some way of upgrading that thing.
Yeah.
I think
Not really.
I think what you guys are talking about is step like 20, and I'm on step 1.
Well, I guess we're trying to figure out where are you wanting to go with this.
And right now, I want to see if I can even scan other blocks and pick up what they have in them and display it in this inventory. That's what I'm saying. You guys are like,
shouldn't be too hard.
Let me see if I can get this to work, because this is probably more complicated than I think it's going to be. And I think it's going to be complicated. It is more complicated, because what happens... Oh boy. Maybe we don't do it this way. Maybe we just set up our own inventory that's like a deep, like an AE system that it stores in itself. Because here's the problem. What happens... I'm not on the freaking world anymore. Let's say, go down in the storage room. So I can visually show you guys too. So here's our storage room. What happens if the monitor's right here? The warehouse monitor's right there. And I open that up, and I got a scroll bar, and it shows all of the inventories of all of these chests, right? In order for me to do that, I need to, as you open the chest up, go through all of the different blocks in that area that it's monitoring, and add to a list of all items, and put them in to that list, and display that list of items from the monitor, right? So that 50 charcoal that's in this block, you know, all the fireworks that are in this block, and so on. In order for you to pull that item out, I would need to physically take it, if it was the fireworks, from this block, right? I can do that. But what happens if, when I right-click on this, it opens all of the contents. It shows me the contents of this block. But then I'm not checking all the blocks every tick to see if somebody's coming up here and doing this and taking that out. To update the display that you're looking at in a different block. That makes it a lot more complicated when you're in a multiplayer scenario. If it's a single player, probably no big deal because you can't access this inventory without closing that one out first. And when you go back into it, it would update. Okay, Andrew.
I bet I might know exactly what's going on. Might be me. I've been going through the portal.
Man, so that means if problems like that would exist, it might be easier for me to make a inventory that has infinite number of slots, and you just open that single block.
I think that's a better.
And then that block could be pulled from with like a hopper, or inserted into with a hopper, or a screen, or whatever it might be. Or do I set up some like massive chest thing that's like 1,000 slot chest? Would that fix the problem? And the problem, what I mean is, I hate opening multiple chests on a server when there's multiple people. And this is no offense to you guys. This just happens. I do it probably. I'm probably the worst culprit, right? We all just throw crap in whatever chest we want. At least I do. And then coming back to look for it, it's a pain. And I love the mods that have all of your rotten flesh is one slot, and it says you have, 6,000 rotten flesh. And when you search for rotten flesh, you just type in rotten flesh. Done. So a single block that is 1,000 slots. So what? These are all 54. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say it's 100 each. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1,600 slots gets us everything that's in the basement, and most of these chests are empty or near empty. Especially on the back here. They're all empty. Yeah, like most of these are like half full. If that. I'm changing what I'm thinking here, guys. I'm thinking I'm gonna go a block that just has a huge amount of slots. And it would combine items together in those slots, like in its display, at least. Like the, whatchamacallit does. Like the crate does. Like, it just shows you you have 10,000 of them. Everyone's so quiet. Is anyone there?
Yes, Tech, we're here. We're just trying to figure out where we're heading to. Yes, that sounds like a great idea, but how do you make that implemented?
I make a block with a 1024 or whatever size inventory, and it's done. I don't know that it's a lot more complicated than that. The most complicated piece will be the GUI.
Well, could you have it like based on the crates in that area or something?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like having it based on the blocks in the world makes it way more complex, and I didn't realize it before, because if you access the inventory of one of those crates or the chest or whatever it is, then me sitting in the controller or the monitor or whatever, I need to somehow know that you've pulled something out, and there's no messaging between the blocks to do that. So that would mean the monitor would have to constantly be scanning the blocks to see if they've changed, and that could be laggy, because I'll get out.
What about if it locks the chest down so you cannot access them while you're scanning?
I probably can't do that either.
Okay.
There's no... I'd have to see if there's an event to trigger that, and that could get messy. Because the event would be a separate chunk of code, and I wouldn't have any way of knowing somebody's looking at the monitor. It would be messy. And then what happens, like, if somebody gets randomly disconnected without closing the chest properly, then the thing is locked out forever. So then I have to check to see if people log out.
Well, it sounds like we're heading in the right direction with one unit then.
Right. At the very least, this will let me look at it and see how much effort it is to do the scrolling thing.
I just thought of a
I'm back.
roll at this exact second.
And sorry if I didn't mute my mic back then.
You're fine, Fire.
We're good. I just thought of a slight troll that's not that great thinking about it. If, let's say, I cased Fiery in end dirt or end stone, he would not be able to get out.
You mean the Bleakstone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a issue.
Yeah, I just now thought of that.
Well, yeah, he couldn't get out. It's no different than encasing somebody that's AFK in like Thaumcraft's. I forget what it's called. There's a block in Thaumcraft that you can enchant with magic, and you can't break it unless you're the owner of that block, basically.
Okay.
Warded stone or something like that. Don't need this rotation stuff. Mountain reserves not needed. Held items not needed. Don't need that. Yeah, you're gonna give me lots of airs now, aren't you? Cool. That's what I want. True. Reserve. Moon stack. Drop items on break. Maybe basing this off of the what's the word? trait wasn't the best. It's got a lot
Here
of
you go.
extra keep in here.
The 3 purple ones, actually.
Thank you. You okay, Fiery?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
You just cast him down or something.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out if you haven't had enough
I'm
coffee
trying to
yet.
be more cheerful, son.
It's not cheerful, it just seems like you're kind of sad.
No, I'm not sad.
Okay.
I'm just quiet tonight.
Your shulker boxes are there, Fiery.
You moved all that stuff already?
Yep. Oh, well, we have so far. It's going to be expensive.
We're gonna start the road here then? Work all the way to our houses now?
Well, technically we could, but I gotta grab something at my house first. And... No, wrong one.
There we go. That's better.
I needed to add corn to this thing. That's why.
Container. Warehouse monitor. And then this is where it gets funky. Oh, have fun with the math, man.
Have fun with the what?
Math. Enderman's saying he's not commenting much because he's doing math.
Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to make crash helmet.
You may make you one, Fiery?
If you want. Thank you.
Or don't make him one if you want to continue to see the hilarious messages in chat. Do it again! Do it again! Do it again!
And Tech, why is Fierykiljoy has smacked himself into a wall not a death message yet?
Because it's a vanilla message. It's Mojang doing that. Not me.
Yeah, but I'm saying you made one for the vehicles. Couldn't you make one for when you smack into something while using the jet belt and elytra?
Well, you're
It's
dying.
got to be like the
No.
combination of them too.
No, I can't. That's what I'm trying to say. It's vanilla code that's damaging you, and they get to set the damage source, which is what you're talking about.
Thanks.
Oh, how do I even go about doing this? No, so hard.
Oh, that is so much better.
Minecraft Forge scroll.
Yeah, I can smack into stuff finally.
Oh, hey, Fiery.
Huh.
You mind playing the scrapper at this moment?
The what?
I got a few things that I need to be put back in raw form.
Yep, I'll be on my way.
Thanks.
I had like just literally got it into the other dimension. Thought I ran fast enough.
A good thing you wasn't running then.
Okay. So this dot warehouse monitor dot size. Get inventory size. Returns the length. Okay. Int size equals that. And we need to divide size by 9.
Okay, I'm into this easy way.
To get the number of rows. Int rows equals.
Let me just toss you the stuff.
Size
Or put it in the chest for you.
divided by
No, I'm putting all my stuff in the chest to make it easier on me.
Okay.
For something.
9. But I need to make sure
what do you
that's
need now?
rounded up.
Stuff
Everything
for-
on the ground here?
Yep.
Upper round up.
See, I thought I was making piston arms, but I messed up and I made boom arms.
Man, I gotta make calculations and everything for all these parts.
Yeah. For each boom arm, it's 3 iron blocks.
That's just messing around, but okay. 3 iron blocks?
Yep. For every single one.
Yeah, if you could just, like, if I asked, look. Where's item?
The bagger cutter is...
Slow down there, Turbo.
Okay.
For some reason, iron blocks happens to be hiding from me. Okay, I'm done. Alright, what's the next one?
The bagger cutter is 2 emerald blocks and 5 iron ingots.
You said 2 emerald blocks and 5 iron ingots?
Yep.
Okay. Trencher's just iron, right?
Yep. 3 iron ingots.
Okay.
The
And the
dagger,
processing plant?
4 conveyors, 4 screens, and 1 crusher.
And 1 crusher?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that was it, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
There's boomer arms. Oh wait, the portal frames.
Those are
6 iron or 6 steel blocks apiece.
Yep.
Hold on. Throw you this stuff first and I'll get to the steel.
That's fine.
There you go, sir.
Thank you. And that helps out with this process.
Oops. Crap. What did I do? Third thing. It is third thing.
How many furnaces do you think we need for this process? My
What are you
goodness.
guys doing?
Asphalt.
Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta get back to the mine. I don't know, just 1 ought to do. You're cooking a whole stack at a time. Although, I suppose, yeah, do like 5 of them.
That's
Need
what I
more
was
than
gonna
that.
do. I was gonna set the slots up right on that stuff. So you could put hoppers and stuff. Oopsie. Forgot about that one. Like a hopper on the bottom to pull the output out, and a hopper on the top so you can put new stuff in. Maybe a hopper in the back so you can put unlimited blaze powder in, and
Yeah.
you just tell it to go to town and walk away. Come back to a whole bunch of stuff being smelted. The problem would be it won't start to smelt until the output is all the way emptied. So I did stop it from trying to smelt on a whole stack until it's done on the output, I think. I know I'm not making any sense, probably.
Oh!
Sorry.
Where the heck did this fall?
What? Weren't you flying?
I got to the bottom of the mine shaft, and I don't know, I glitched through the wall or something, and suddenly I was in lava and burned to death.
Ouch.
Ouch.
That is garbage.
Whatever do you mean? This. Math. F. What? Math dot round. Oh, let's play. LP's let's play. It's gotta be the function that lets me round up to the next integer always.
Huh. Well. I didn't realize there was a lava lake at the bottom of the mine.
Creative container. Divided by 9 minus 5. Okay, so K is the row, L's the width or column. And then once it's getting the slot position and it's setting them to empty if it's past that. So it's actually resetting all the GUI containers, creatives. Is that the thing that's client side?
Oops.
You need a bucket of water. Sorry.
What's
What is
that?
client side?
You need a bucket of water.
No.
But the containers client side, how is that possible? Oh crap, that's right. Okay, that makes sense. Oh. There's no example of this in Creative or in Vanilla, then, is there? What is okay? Question, guys: is there an inventory that you can think of from Creative that has a scroll bar other than the Creative menu?
Say again?
So an inventory in Vanilla that has a scroll bar associated with it, so that you can scroll bar through the items in the inventory. That's not the creative menu.
The crafting recipe book. It's not a scroll bar per se, but it's got an arrow that you can switch pages.
Yeah, it does. I want a scroll bar.
What was there?
Hey,
Easy
take what you
way
can
that
get,
you can
okay?
transfer that over?
What are you saying, Eagle?
Is there an easy way you can transfer that over to a scroll bar?
No. Is this? I guess it'll let you scroll in complete chunks at a time. You can't have this item half off the screen. Like each step of the scroll is an entire set of items. How does the search for creative then work? Players in creative mode. GUI text field, search, all that stuff is visible to false. Tab has the search bar, it sets it to true. The search field draws the text box.
Okay, Tech, do we want this to be one block lower into the ground, or where it is, put it on top?
Huh?
The asphalt.
It's up to you how you want it to look. If you want it to be raised up, you actually need to put some rails then to drive on. Right? Because that thing is designed so it will place not on the block it's riding on, but the block down here. Like it'll fill this, right?
Yeah.
So when I try and demonstrate it, I always have a bulldozer with me. Run through the area with the bulldozer because it cuts the right width. And then fill in the little gap that it creates, the lower depression, whatever you'll call it. So if you want your road raised up, you'll need to put some blocks for you to drive on. Fill it all in. And then break those edges or whatever. Or you can make a curb if you wanted to make like stairs or something to make a curb out of it. Clears the whole list. Creates a new array. Display all relevant items. If it's not empty, make this search tree not a manual search. Okay. Get text to lowercase. Search. Get an iterator for the full item list. Doesn't match, it's saying. It's checking the tooltip of the stack. Just for line. Contains the search string that it matches, and it says break. If matches, if it does not match, then it removes it from the list of items. Okay. Gotcha. Huh. And if it is empty, the search string is empty, then it's just going to add everything. Cool. It's not super hard to do the search part, it doesn't look like. There's an example of it here, a way of doing it at least. I could visually change what you're seeing, but not actually change it on the server. That's one way.
You know, Tech, why is it whenever we dig into the bottom of a Minecraft world, there's always lava here?
Because it's Minecraft.
And I gotta say, lava is really prevalent in your world.
It's just like
in
vanilla.
the mod world.
Yeah. Holy crap, yes it is. Ah! I avoided all the lava and ended up inside the machine. Finally, Y12. Have you gotten any unobtainium yet?
No, but this thing is plumb full, so I should really take a trip up to the surface and dump it off.
Here. I'm down here. I'm just going to head back up. Yeah, I'm not creative. I don't have a full inventory, but... Or I don't have an empty inventory, but I gotta...
Jump in and grab some. We'll both do it.
Grab the important stuff first, and then... Dang.
Yeah, it's only like half. I got the other half with me.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna be able to take half of it, though. My inventory was pretty full beforehand. Oh, nice. So this is what I'm talking about. We could get a crate, pumping items into the turbo furnace.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Although as fast as the turbo furnace is, it'd blow through everything in the crate faster than you can feed it.
True. It, you know, yeah. It's almost to the point where, oh my gosh, that guy is so derpy. Where we need a turbo hopper.
Yeah.
So it moves an entire stack at a time or whatever.
Yeah, it's only got one inventory space and it moves the stuff like crazy.
Yeah. Basically this screen, right? But it doesn't, like it can pull from an inventory above it.
Right.
And it doesn't go off the sides at all, it just goes straight down. So if I do that and then wrap this and say plus 0.5, and then round all that, math.round, that should work. So let me do this. So calculator 1024 divided by 9 gives us that plus 0.5, 142, and that round, or 114, and that round would be 114. So it's 114 rows, and that's what I needed to know. Okay. And it's less than rows, and this will be columns, and columns equals 9. I can actually do this, say divided by columns. So I'm actually gonna need to do this. Get rid of this. And that means down here I can reuse these values. No, not those. Columns times rows. Maybe.
Found some unobtainium.
Cool. It dropped as a gem, right?
Yep.
Cool. eggs and toast. I'm getting hungry, man. Don't be speaking of such things right now.
Enderman, you are horrible for a person.
Jeez. That's a little harsh, Fiery. Just saying I'm hungry.
Yeah, make all of us. I'm saying, man, you're gonna make all of us hungry. And I just got done eating. I'm gonna get even fatter than I already am.
Ooh.
I'm not saying he's a horrible person. I'm just.
I think I found our first bug with the asphalt. Hey Tech, come over by the portal.
Are you sliding? What's up?
Try walking on the concrete coming up the stairs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sucks. That's still there.
Is that just where you're setting lower into it?
Yeah, Tech. Can we
Yeah.
make asphalt slopes?
Asphalt slopes? What? Rake ramps? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
You know it makes sense.
I understand the words you're saying.
Yes, they will work like stairs so that when you have like roads that go upwards, you don't have to, get that little bit of slowdown when you run up the stairs.
Can I make them like a stair though, where they're just a block that's split in two different heights?
Sure.
Or
Okay.
just a half slab?
Yeah, even a half slab would work, I suppose.
Yeah, half slab would work a lot better. Because you could fall down into the block then, actually. That's what makes you go fast. So Soul Sand and even this stuff, you go faster or slower because you're actually inside that block. So if you look at your Y height, I'm at 70 here, but if I go onto this, I'm at 69.875. So you're actually colliding with that block, the game thinks, and then that lets that block do code. If you don't collide with it, you can't get it to run code. There's some glitchy way that like you can do that kind of slippy slide sideways thing with strafing too, I think, if I remember right.
Oh, wrong thing completely.
So it actually only sets up 54 slots, but the slot contents changes based on your scroll position. L9. Right, right. That's exactly what it's doing. Hmm.
All right, maybe this time I'll remember to bring some fuel down.
It's getting this basic inventory where... Oh, the lock slot is probably something you can't pull from, actually.
Man, these crystals take forever.
Yeah, they do.
Like, we may really want to crank up the grow rates on them if we expect to use them for fuel. Either that or they're very fuel efficient.
The lithium crystals. Run an entire Starship Enterprise. So that entire creative inventory screen is just smoke and mirrors. It's the same 54 slots, and they're just showing different items inside of them based on your scroll bar position. J's lessons. J is the position. Times the I, so that's the row. So that should be the number of rows. Position times the row, and we're doing a 0.0, so it's taking a float, so it's a position between 0 and 1. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And it's adding the 0.5 and casting it back to the int, so it's rounding up always. Wow. Want to spam the chat a little more? That was not an invitation to do so. Yeah, okay. It's advertisement. I'm just gonna go ahead and block.
Did you get him?
No, like how do you block them? I can remove the chat. I can go to the channel. I can put user in timeout. I can hide the user on this channel. So I guess that's blocking them now. How'd you delete it?
it automatically deletes them when you time them out, but it's only a timeout. What the heck? I should be able to kick them.
Right. Can report them. Oh, remove maybe? It just deletes the one message, doesn't it?
I think so. What the heck? Did they like get rid of some admin tools? Like I literally had that the other day.
Yeah. And like each time I'm clicking on the message, it's different. Like the list of options I get. Oh, it's because the one I deleted. Okay, versus what you deleted. Hide user on this channel. There. This user's messages will be hidden. Okay, get the little pop. There we go. There we go. That must be hidden instead of banned or whatever. They just changed terminology.
Yeah. I hope that means we don't have to keep seeing his messages when he eventually gets temp banned.
Well, yours was
get annoying.
Yours was a 300-second timeout. Mine was he's just hidden forever. I said hide the channel. Because, like, if the guy comes in there and just instantly 10 messages saying, check my channel, check my channel, check my channel.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in it
I get that.
Yeah, he's
I'm
not part of the
why you're
conversation.
doing it. I'm just saying. I'm just hoping it still doesn't show up in the chat for us.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
for
yeah.
the chat room.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Remember, they can't see what gets hidden. We mean, you know.
True. I get you going now. So do I want to do all these slots? I don't think that I do.
What? All what slots?
I'm confusing myself back and forth so hard right now, and I don't mean to, but I am.
What do I need to make easy?
Nothing. It's not something you can make easy. It's the coding part of it. I think I only need to show 54 slots. Let's do this. I'm going to change this to say real. Real rows. Oops. Rows. No. Go back. Now. Go Shift R. Rows. And then real columns. But we're gonna say real rows.
Here's another future thing you could add to this storage system: the ability to access it from like remotely.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Like setting up relays that you can just, you know,
like if you're in your base,
extend your signal.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Or like say if we were in the workshop and we wanted to access something that's in the storage in the house, you know, man, you got to run back and forth. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've almost thought about moving the workshop to the house just because I'm sick of going back and forth.
Right. We could also add or just move the inventory over. So we don't have to run back and forth. Like we keep the house as is for looks and, you know, the beds and all that crap, but just move everything else over there.
Alright.
I don't care. Or we do, like you said, make it remote. I'm assuming that's possible. Man, this is gonna puzzle my brain for a while, and it shouldn't.
Alright, well, you let it puzzle you for a second. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Okay. $54 slots. What's got me is this scroll 2 is changing in the container piece. But it's being called in the GUI piece. Crap. Inventory. Not Bancraft. Client. Yeah, this is all on the client side. GUI. Inventory. There we go. Call hierarchy.
Things are way too quiet.
We'll say something then. You're not saying anything.
I'm about to eat a banana.
I'm a banana. I'm a banana.
I swear, anytime I see a banana, all I can think about is Brian and peanut butter and jelly.
What? From a TV show? or
Peanut
something?
butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter. The peanut butter and jelly dance from Family Guy.
Never watched Family Guy.
Oh my god. Okay, then that's why you didn't get that.
Yeah.
Eagle, do you watch Family Guy?
No, but I still got that reference.
Okay, thank God somebody got it.
I don't watch much TV.
Oh, excuse me.
Where does it draw the scroll bar? That's all I want to know.
How good does that blaze farm work?
Works extremely well.
Okay. I'm just asking because knowing how long that road is, we're probably going to need a boatload of them.
Yeah, do not encase yourself in that type of block.
Has Eagle gotten quieter for you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
What?
You're getting quieter for some reason.
I'm just getting sleepy.
Oh.
I'll be back in a second.
You know, I could probably make a really good iron golem farm now with the conveyors. So I wouldn't have to use water.
Hmm.
I didn't even think about it till just now.
I think I just bit off way more than I could ever chew fire. I'm having basically writer's block. I don't know where to start with this.
Do we need to do something easy tech like add a machine? There's like 3 of them in the garage you could take a swing at. I mean,
3 of them in the garage. What are you talking about?
well, the backhoe or the tracked loader.
Well, the problem
It's
with that
technically
is the models I have from Blue Boy.
Oh yeah, they need to be redone too, right?
No, I've got the models, but they're all broke. I can't import them in the blender. I tried.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Let's
Crap. What are you flying to the Blaze Farm?
You're trying to. If I can find the thing. There's the landing. Ah! So that's the farm itself. I need a spot to stand. There's a good spot. Okay. I'll let them build up. I could build a thing that I thought was kind of needed in the mod for a while.
What?
A couple things. There's 2 blocks. One is cow trough feeder thing.
Yes.
Other one is basically a mob grinder device that kills mobs for you.
Ha! That's even cooler. Yes. Excellent. Excellent ideas.
Think of like a shredder. That's what I would make it into. It just kills whatever's above it.
Right.
The problem with that would be, what would we do with the drops? It could pick them up and spit them out the bottom of it, I guess.
Yeah. Make it act like a hopper.
Okay,
And be
so
allowed
what's
to be
going
like chained together or something.
No, just pick it up, move it in the air block beneath it. That's what I was thinking.
on? So what's going on?
We've made our plans to take over the world. That's what's going on.
So you found a way that we can get rich quick.
Yeah, we only need 16 million to get started.
And 5 cat videos.
Well, that would be the 6 million, wouldn't it?
20.
Telling you, man, invest now. Cat videos. They're the next big thing. There you go. Am I being funny enough for you now? I mean, have I passed your inspection? Am I
You
the
wasn't
true
being funny
fiery?
before. You just seemed like you were down.
He doesn't want to have to file all those fight plans with the FAA all the time. That's why he was down. Why are you still there? I've switched branches now. That's concerning. Did I do that in the wrong branch, like in Moron?
That's why they're so easy to beat.
Let's commit that all to this. Half-baked idea is half-baked. 112, 2. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that file doesn't exist. Good. Get rid of you. Don't want you around no
You'll
more.
figure it out sometime.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm running into a lot of those lately. And that's not good.
Look at what Tier 1 did. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, you started a bunch of Tier 1 projects. Okay, and you slowly got, you know, some of them working, and then while you were working on the one, and while you solved the ones that you finally got solved, you figured out ways of doing things with the ones that you hadn't. You know, you just gotta keep putting ideas out there, working on those, and it'll come together. It always does, right?
Sure.
True that.
We'll do a shredder first.
So what's with the shredder?
It basically make you cry.
Paint on a stick.
So we that can like bikes or something?
It's for mob grinders. It's a block that'll kill stuff.
Yeah, and that's the reason that I said it's probably gonna make you cry, because you spend all this time on this beautiful killing machine
and
for the blazes.
You're gonna make it so that it has its own, you know, beautiful death message, right? Like something along the lines of got shredded to bits and pieces by.
The only thing I could think of it is a cruel joke. As soon as you said that, that's the only thing I could think of when you said that.
It's a cruel joke.
Got recycled to bite-sized cube by.
No, you ever heard? I don't know. I don't know if this is appropriate or not. Let's go with that.
So.
Type it to me in chat. Discord chat. Just me. Or in, I suppose the stream chat could even go. It's not like the stream can see that.
If it's too inappropriate, you can always delete it too. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'll type it in the stream then.
Well, that. Well,
Well, then you guys can decide if it was inappropriate or not.
if it's really bad, it'll come up and it won't show for everybody at first. Anybody. Anyway,
Oh,
so.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
No, just how you read it, mostly. Give me a second.
Like, you'd be surprised at some of the chat messages that get held for review. Like, even stuff I scratch my head and be like, what? Where exactly is anything wrong with that sentence?
There's definitely plenty of blazes coming into this thing. If you give them a good whack with your sword, now that they've added the sweeping effect and all
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's a little bad, Eagle. Wow,
Ooh.
man.
Yeah, you can go ahead and block that one now. It's like I picked up
If
a
Tech
quite a
didn't
few.
see it, he can always look at it when it.
Oh, it's stuck on my restream thing on forever. It doesn't go away when you block them or whatever on restream.
Then I can remove it. Yep. There we go.
Yeah, we're going for funny, not seditious, buddy. Come on.
I said it was a bad joke. I did say that. No, we had a kid in Boy Scout that knew almost every single one of those. It's like, no.
What?
The baby jokes. It's like, just, yeah.
Okay, I have been sitting here for quite a while AFK in front of these crystals, and they have
Yeah, we
like
need to boost the crystals.
not grown that much, and that's actually the reason I did it. And yeah, they really need to get the growth rate upgrade their tech.
Well, let me look at them. Bleak crystal. I say I don't think I've got them any different than the corn. I based them off the corn, I thought.
There's still little ones on the ground. I would have thought that they would have at least grown up one level by now.
Maybe it's based on light level and I never realized it. Let me look.
Can't be light level. They're all in 0 light levels.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's, you know, normal plants grow better in the light than they do in the dark in the overworld.
Oh, okay.
You should probably base it off of nether warts.
Mushrooms. Can't you grow mushrooms?
No. Because mushrooms have they spawn in a certain area.
What? Somebody here?
Me and Eagle are both in the bottom of the pit.
That's weird. A bunch of the blazes just died all at the same time. I wonder if it's the entity cramming thing.
Yeah, it is.
More reason to set up this grinder. Just kill them as they fall in there.
You know, we'll be running there.
Run where? I'm flying, buddy.
I'm saying running the piece of equipment.
Oh yeah, go for it if you want. I could always pull the other one down. I was just pretty much emptying it.
How does that even work for the corn then? Jeez. Where's corn at? Get drops. Update tick. Can sustain the plant, which I should have overridden.
I'm missing some. Where the? Get out of here!
Dang.
Yeah, there's one over here too, Eagle. Oops.
Ah. There's a check called is fertile. If that's true, it sets the chance to a much higher rate, it looks like. And that check is checking to see if the if it's farmland and its moisture level is greater than 0. So I need to remove that check from the bleak and probably just set it to be the same value, because it can only reside on bleak dirt. So there. And then this eye thing, don't know what that's about. Okay, so minor fix for that.
Hey, at least we checked it now.
Yeah, it's a minor tweak to it right now. There might be some more that's needed, but there's quite a bit of funky code there going on that I'm not quite familiar with. And it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so yeah. Not for now. Let's take all that. We're signing the bounding box.
You can go run the other one if you want. I got torches with me. I can always throw them down.
Dang it.
What?
I keep forgetting to kill the blazes. And I hear them die on their own from being too many in one spot.
What you do is you flick that top, or you flicking the top lever before you hit the button.
No. Just hitting the button.
Yeah, you have to flick that lever before you hit the button. Then you go ahead and swipe it. So you hit them all once. Then if they die, then you still get the XP off of them.
What's the lever do though? I don't get that.
It takes a piece of glass above it. And you see that blaze where it can't come down now?
Okay. So I've just been swiping at them with my sword and then flipping it, and then the block that's in their head stops any more from falling in there. But they're dying more so because I'm AFKing over here, not paying attention to the screen, and too many of them build up in there.
Do they at least drop their stuff if they do that?
No, I don't think so.
I think they do.
Well, let's find out. I'll just leave those guys set. I don't know. I have to kill them first, because those guys are going to be punched by me or whatever. Okay. No nothing. Now we got 48 blaze rods. Is not all. We're only going to do living entities, not XP orbs. It's going to say machine. It's not created yet. Great. Blocks. Layer. Entity. Damage. Really? What else is damaging an entity? In my mod. The machines themselves. Okay, a bunch of them just died. 48. Yeah, there's no drops in the ground, guys.
Alright.
Because that could just make things worse if you had a whole bunch of mobs there and it tries to clear them out to stop lag by spawning a bunch of items from their drops. Bless you.
Thank you.
Well, if it spawns in 20-something mine carts, they'll die by suffocation or by cramming.
That's funny. Bless you.
Thank you. Well, we definitely got tier 2 material now. Oh my gosh. We're over 8K in bleak stone.
Good. That's sounds like a lot, but it's not. 8K is how many stacks?
I don't know. It's
only
actually
120.
826.
It's only 125 stacks, so it's like 2 double chests and a little bit more. So I think there's 54 slots in a double chest. Yeah, it's 2.3 double chest. You're fine. There's not that much there. How do you damage something? Jeez. Okay. Entities. This.
How about if a dog bites?
If a dog bites it? Did I
Yeah.
hear you right?
Yeah, it's like on the skeleton farm. If it's your pet and a dog kills it, if your dog kills it, it will drop XP.
Okay.
He's saying if a dog kills a skeleton, will the skeleton drop XP and will it drop its drops? That's fine, Enderman. We understand. We got families.
Dang it. Me staring at code for a long time, basically, and then forgetting to come over here and kill the blazes. Forgot a lot of that. Damage source. I don't know how long I'm going to talk, guys. My voice is cutting out or something. Damage source. Fire damage. true source. Okay. It's the entity. Was he a troll? Was who a troll?
The one we blocked.
Oh,
He was
no,
advertising.
yeah, he came in to advertise his channel. Right, exactly. It's super easy.
Blazes.
Thank you. No! Just as I got over to them, they started taking damage. So I might have got the drops from those. That's not the right spot. That's the right spot. Fiery is a hero.
Oh, shucks, you making me blush. Besides, Tech got that one. I only temp banned him.
I think I need to create a fake player and have the fake player damage them so you get the drop still.
A fake player endlessly swinging with a sword at maximum meter for the swing meter.
Oh, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, so not that they're getting the spam click swing.
Right, that doesn't even come into effect with the way I would do it anyway.
Well, I'm just throwing that out there.
I wouldn't download mods from other websites because you might end up with a virus. That's just my personal deal.
What side do I use? I live dangerously. Not completely dangerously, but...
I'm out 50. Just like insta-death for most things.
Hey, Fiery.
Yeah?
There's a tree over here.
There's a tree over there?
Yeah.
Did one of the crystals finally grow?
No, over by me.
Who grew a tree out here?
I don't know.
You're just gonna hold out for cars forever, aren't you, man?
He truly will. I'd say what I'm holding out for, but this is a family stream.
Okay.
Hold on. Come on, go to the messages.
Does it involve blackjack?
Yes! I didn't even have to type it.
Come on. We've been with CZ and all those other guys long enough.
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's my brain is shutting down, at least the logical part of my brain, because I'm tired, or if my just going slower and that's what it is. I don't know.
Okay, I could actually help you with all of those. The only unfortunate thing is you're gonna have to backpedal to 1.7.10 because that's the last version that I know of that those certain mods worked on, except for the garage door. That one is Tinker's Construct, and I think they might have a 1.12 out because Tinker's Mechworks has the drawbridges, and you can set them up to go, either way. And all you need for them is a switch. Well, yeah, I was just gonna get to that too. There is a, like I said, a mod that adds a bunch of.
Is it flans
yeah,
mod?
flans. I think it is flans. They have a couple of mods. They have one that adds a bunch of power suits and robots, and then they have another one that adds cars and other vehicles. So look up plans mod and see what version they're on.
Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to yawn so much.
Yeah, you did.
Kinda. Oh, what's crashing or whatever? What? Why did it stop there? That's weird. Oh, what am I looking for? My blocks. Really? Why are you pausing there? Please don't do this again. Shredder.
Should be on curse, I'll look.
Ooh, a Instacrash. That's a first.
blazes.
Oh, it spawned a screen. It shouldn't have spawned a screen. It should spawn a shredder. These guys can punk a patch up. Look at that. Can hit you in there. Make sure you have food down here. Okay, Enderman.
I was just about to tell them too. They're up to 1.8. Land's mod is.
Is it?
Yep. I think they actually have garage doors too. Now that I think about it.
It's ancient warfare. Those doors thingies. Kind of like,
Yeah,
kind of behave
I was
like garage
thinking-
doors.
I was thinking use Tinker's so there's not that much extra world gen.
Oh yeah.
Because Tinker's Mechworks has those
The drawbridges.
drawbridges. You can use them just like a door, because I used to do the same thing.
Now you're crashing on startup? What? No. I might have borked that world altogether. Let's try a different world.
Wow, Flan's got some really nice looking stuff in it now. I gotta say. I'm looking at some of the pages. I haven't seen it since 1.7.10. Oh nice, they got parachutes now.
Flans had a lot of add-ons that you could get to it that added a lot of things, it seemed like, when I looked at it. Like, the core Flans, you know, had the guns and stuff and a couple vehicles, but most of the content was... Oh my gosh, I'm a...
What's up, Tech?
He probably just came across his epiphany.
No. So, I started the world that I placed the thing down in, that world's basically now corrupt, and then I just go back in thinking I need to create a new world and then just load the same world instead of doing a new world.
Okay.
So it crashed again instantly, so I have to wait for it to load again. I really need to clean my desk off. Too much crap on it. Recreate. Right now. Okay, that's a lot of blazes. They're shooting at stuff. Really? Why is it stopping here? Okay, Eclipse is getting tired too. Yeah, it's pausing when there's no breakpoint. Every time I type a letter. Well, he instantly dies. Same thing for the slime that just hopped on top of it. That's a cool test. Hey, this is war, man. Haven't you seen those creepers, what they do to people's bases? Game mode 0. Yes, slimes, come to me. See what happens to you. Get your face wrecked. By the purple and black blocks of death. Yep. Insta-death for a player too.
Alright, Enderman, I found 2 technically vehicle mods. Talking about plans, and then another one called vehicular movement. Plans is on 1.8, and vehicular movement is on 1.7. So.
There was one I've recently seen a YouTube video for, where the guy was making it, and he had trailers and stuff for his, and the trailers would angle up and down, and the wheels would turn. It was pretty cool.
All right, let me run a Google search for it once, see what I come up with.
I'll be able to find it in a second, Fire, because I commented on his video, and then he followed me on GitHub. I thought he did. FVTM. Flex's Vehicle and Transportation Mod. Flex Fex FEX Vehicle and Transportation Mod. Is it released? I have no idea. Yeah, there you go. That guy's got some interesting stuff going on. He's got 82 commits, and his last one was 27 days ago, so he might still be working on it. Okay, so now the question is, do rare drops happen on these? Difficulty peaceful. Peaceful, I said.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself because I'm gonna fall asleep on you guys.
He's so quiet, I think he's talking to us.
What?
Yes, exactly, Fiery. think Eagle might be saying he's going to bed, but I'm not 100% sure.
Sounded like he said he was bleeding from the head.
Oh. That could be why he muted it too.
Not bleeding from the head. I might be falling asleep on you guys. Instead of listening to me, so I just go ahead and mute myself.
What's that? You sure you want some fries? You have a block that will kill things.
Yeah, I got block that kills things, but I don't think it's getting rare drops. Oh my. What if I do that? Does that fix it? It does. Okay, that's too loud for my ear holes. I think blazes are the perfect thing to test this with, because apparently they only drop blaze rods if it's a player kill.
Huh.
So I'm not getting any blaze rods dropping.
Yeah, and you should be like full of them by now.
Yeah, exactly. Let's look here. At the Blazes code. Okay. I'm sorry, but I need to kill these guys because they're driving me nuts, the sounds they're making. Entity.
Why do you block yourself up?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's possible Willer skeletons could spawn somewhere in that area and then come over and find me and wreck me. Yes, please don't do that.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be bad. Still sensing troll in this one.
Loot tables, interesting. Sure it was. They go off of a loot table system now? That's new. I didn't know that. How does the loot table system work? Crap. It's more that I wanted to look into right now. Oh, get this. You know, guys, I've got the whole world gen working now.
Yeah. What'd you forget?
The next version of Minecraft completely rewrites world gen, they said. So, for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because I'll have to redo it all.
If you decide to upgrade for a while, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's not time to talk upgrade right now. They don't even have that version out, right? It's just...
Right.
Had I waited, I could have saved myself some work and done it the new way. Instead of... Well, whatever.
But at least you know the old way.
Right.
Sometimes it's easier to know where you're going when you know where you've been.
You're talking to the right person to say that to. I believe the same thing. There's been a lot of things in the IT world that when I was growing up, I was the kind of person that was like, hey, I want to know how this works. Right? And I wanted to know the old way that it works. And knowing all those old ways, like how DOS works, has saved me a ton over the years. Because there's things you can do in DOS that you can't do in Windows. So like if I bring up a command prompt, if I want a list of all the files in the folder, I type that, and then look, I've got a list of all the files that are in this folder, and I can do this. And I can hit enter, and I can paste this into another document, and have a list of all the files that are in that folder. You can't do that with Windows. There's no way to like list the names of all the files and just copy and paste them. So it is based on being a real player. So let's see if I can do this. Say damage source. Player. No. Cactus, drowning, falling, fireworks, lightning bolt, on fire, magic, starve, wither. New, fake, player. So I did this fake player thing before under my block utilities. Okay, Enderman. Good night, sir. Is dot world objects or dot world? Yeah, that works. So now, in theory, it will crash. Cool.
All right. We love crashes.
Well, the way I'm feeling, Enderman, I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer anyway. So you may not have too much to worry about. You may not miss much. I'm gonna get this working, then I'm probably be done. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. I know what's wrong. If this dot world, no. This dot world dot is remote. If it is not remote, that means we should be on the server, and we can do this code. Okay, let's kill the blazes. Hey, thank you for the subscription. Fody? We're getting blaze rods. And XP, which means it's a player kill.
Very nice.
So let's see the real test. Do we get wither skeleton skulls? No, I think that's a YouTube one. I think. There's a wither skeleton skull. So you could use these to collect wither skeleton skulls.
Very nice.
So now they need a texture. They'll put kill players. I think that's okay. Did I make it so?
Can I make a suggestion? Before this gets too far being added.
What's
make
that?
Make it have to be made from tier 2 materials.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they can't use it to get to the tier 2.
And I've already made it so that if it's powered, it doesn't kill. Like if it's redstone powered.
Okay. Cool.
When you're building it, you can turn them off.
Yeah.
I
should actually do it the other way. Have it be off and need redstone signal to be powered.
That's not as funny. What is it, Enderman? It's a shredder. Think of it like a big shredder, like an industrial shredder. I guess this works for getting the items and stuff off of the shredder. Just set up a conveyor right next to it that lifts the items up and out. So I don't think I'm going to worry about moving items through it or anything. Just use the conveyors like they're intended. Oh my gosh, I've got to see this. Kill. Now this might be super laggy. Create a new world. Creative. Super flat, customized, preset, not
Oh,
Minecraft.
God.
Yeah. You see it or not?
The world of death. Oh man.
Right, I just haven't added the texture yet, so. So the reason I want to do this is I want to see if they spawn on top of them. Because you know what
Oh
that
my
means,
God.
right?
That would be so OP.
Like, they would all die, and you would die if you went on there to get anything, so you'd have to figure out some way of getting them off. And this might be making my system run a little hard because my video stream is lagging it a little bit, I think, now. Yeah, Java's like turning away hardcore, trying to render all this.
It's like, why? Why do you make me do these things?
I'm set 0. No, time set 9.
Why is that slime able
Yeah, I
to
know.
bounce around in that thing?
It could be because it's lagging too hard. Or they're not actually tile entities. Oh, wait, he just... It could be because they're not tile entities. Let's restart the world and see if it spawns the tile entities, maybe. Yeah, he died when it's under a newly placed one. Okay.
So, no, that won't work. No world of death.
Yeah, no world
At
of
least
death.
yet, not yet.
But what this means is mobs spawn on top of the block, which is what I was interested in.
Right. Oh, man. I already think I know how I'm going to do it.
If you alternate between those and the conveyor belts,
I was just going to say a checkerboard pattern.
that might work too. What I was thinking was just like striped. So,
Yes, Pinky, I am. We can finally take over the world.
oops. Now this would be a lot of these blocks. And we'll probably want them to not be super cheap. Like you're saying, they'll need to be tier 2 stuff.
And then the last row would be hopper to collect.
The items, the XP, everything comes right at you.
Yep. And if you got walls that contain it, it'll be cleaner. Man, that is going to be so overpowered.
Just put this whole thing, this whole type of setup underneath the blaze spawner. Like they'll spawn just randomly in the air or whatever, and as soon as they hit the thing, bam, dead.
Wow.
They would run the what's it called? Spawner at max efficiency because they instantly die. Like you never see spawn rates this fast because the spawners have cooldowns, but yeah. Have I done something horrible?
The only thing you wouldn't be able to use this with is a cow farm, like the cow farm.
Why?
Because you don't want them to get killed right away. You would want them to grow up.
So make it so that you get a system where you're ensured that they're grown up. And yes, you can do
I
that.
suppose. Yeah, I know. I just thought about it. I just had to make a conveyor that would pull them up when they grew up to be 2 blocks tall.
Right, so you'd set a conveyor block down here to shove them through, like this.
Man.
And
You
then...
realize we're fully automating the cow farm now, right?
No, we're not. You still have to feed them.
Well, not with the block that you want to... The next block you thought you were making. The cow trough or whatever. Unless you're going to make that a manual item.
Well, I'm not making that right now, at least. I guess I need a block there,
yeah,
don't I?
you need the conveyors down there to keep the cows towards the block.
Get out of my way!
He's not going to obey you, Tech. You know that. No animal in this game obeys players. Not out of the free will.
He died finally. What are you talking about? So there, as he grows up, he'll eventually get caught on the upper one. And should get shoved over, I think. Stop getting stuck myself. Ugh. I need to make it so it just ignores creative players.
I did say something like that.
I know.
mean,
I know. Can I
Don't
not
be
make
taking
him
my
grow faster?
ideas, Tech. I mean, trying to lay claim to him.
See? Out and over he goes. And then right into the death farm.
Yep. Okay.
So he would just come over like that. Boom, dead. And then... Get out of my way, you stupid slimes. You're in my way.
Go land on the death cubes, buddy.
So then the cow would come up and over. Oh, he can... Oh, that stinks.
Hey.
Because it's a drop down.
We should call it the death cube. In homage. Just... It's fitting.
Yep. There we go. That would work. Lift them up and over, and they just die because you just have that split second where you fall into it.
Yeah, that would definitely make the cow farm a do not enter place then. The inner workings, if you get in there, you're a dead man.
Yeah.
Because that's like an instant kill too, ain't it?
It does 50 damage. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, that would... Game over, buddy.
Yeah, 50 damage points.
Yeah, maybe we might want to make a set of boots that makes us immune to that damage.
50 damage points per game tech. So like, if it doesn't get you on the first tick, it's getting you on the second, if you happen to have that many hearts or whatever. Or your damage is mitigated by your armor or whatever it might be. It's gonna get you on that next one. Oh, come on, slimes. See what happens when I right click on one of these. Nothing good.
Hey, a block you don't need a GUI for.
Right.
Are you saying we're not adding enough mining equipment? Just the way he worded it.
The cow just happened to wander over one of them. I mean, you could use these for base defense too, because you could just, you know, assuming you can make enough of them, we probably should make them pretty expensive, because they're really overpowered.
Town defense.
Yep. Just surround the buildings with them.
Right.
Wait a minute, what happens if we spawn something there? Okay.
Okay, so it only works a half slab.
Oh my gosh, that would be evil. I bet it's gonna work though.
I bet it will too. Yep.
Are you okay, Barry? Oh, that means so you can do that.
Yeah, a sudden wave of trolliness just came over me.
Right, exactly, because you could just go into someone's base if that's made of half slabs on the floor and put these underneath it, and they spawn in or walk in their base. Bam, dead. What just hit me?
Oh man. A random place. And switch it every day or something.
TechStack was slain by TechStack's heavy machinery mod. That's not what I wanted to say.
No, no, no. TechStack was shredded by the death cube.
Why is there fire here? Oh, blazes probably.
I was gonna say, blazes, you're not in Kansas anymore.
Let's see. No, not survival. Creative. Is there a way that I can cheat like I've done and then still also change the message? Damage source allowed in is that damage allowed in creative? What? No, please. Bypasses armor is absolute. It says difficulty scaled is explosion, fire, magic, projectile. So I can create a new damage source and do that then? New damage source. Dot cost. What? Dot cause. No, okay. I could create a new game profile that has the funny message, I guess, but
Okay, how hard would it be for you to give this thing like a spinning blade animation?
not hard. I mean, I did the conveyor belt with an animation.
Touché. It'd be really cool if you could make the blade like project above the block and then spin. But that's probably pushing it.
So, I don't know if you're getting what I'm thinking of as far as the inspiration for this. So, images. Like one of these things, an industrial shredder with the big teeth. They just
Okay, that'll work too.
That's what I'm thinking.
That would work
is
too.
based off of.
Is this the thing that's gonna convert like used armors into like dusts and stuff?
I hadn't thought about that.
It could be. I mean, it could be a multi-purpose thing. Just have it. Well, I don't know. How would that work though? Maybe you couldn't use it for. No. See, I really think in order for that to occur, we'd need a another machine for it and call it a recycling machine, and have it basically break it down into the components of whatever you throw in. So like, I'll just go to one of the recipes, for instance. That's what that was in vehicle. Okay, how come I can't click on a recipe and see it? Oh, that's why, because I was clicking on one that didn't have it. Okay, so let's say you threw in an engine. You'd get back 6 pistons and a camshaft. You know, and then if you dropped in the pistons, you'd get the iron back. Or dust component of it.
Huh? I'm lost, Barry. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? You like an uncrafting thing with this?
No. Yeah. So like I said, if you threw an engine in this thing, it would give back 6 pistons and the camshaft, which is the exact engine recipe. And then if you threw a piston in, then it would give back 7 iron dusts, since you're technically grinding it down. I mean, or I'd say give back the iron bars, but you gotta give them some work.
Well, the problem with what you're saying, let me describe this. So, if we threw the engine in and it gave you the pistons could be broke down into the ingots, and the ingots could go into dust. Is right what you're saying?
Yes.
In order for me to do this, if we were to do it, it would basically just instantly turn the engine into dust. Because on the first tick, it would go through and turn the engine into the pistons. The second tick, it would turn the pistons into the ingots. The third tick, it would turn the ingots into dust.
It would just kill it.
It would transform everything really quick, and then you'd get a bunch of dust out the end, which kind of makes sense if it's a grinder, right? You're not gonna get something that's usable. You're gonna get the powder out of it. But
why not just go straight to the powder from the get-go?
Yeah, but that's a lot. That might be a lot harder. Because then I have to go through and add everything. But what happens if like you throw something in that's not like a disassembly thing, but it's more of where the recipe in vanilla is a disassembly. So think of a log to planks. You wouldn't want to put planks in and get a log out.
Why not? What if you needed charcoal?
What if you need charcoal? But it's a shredder. It's going to break things down, not reassemble them back together. And also the numbers of recipe. Like you need 4 planks to make 1 log, right? I don't know. I don't know how I do that.
Don't do it for wood. If you throw wood in there, it gets destroyed. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying to
what? Yeah, I get what you're going for.
And I really have been shooting for this thing in the mod in the first place anyway, so...
Right.
I really need to come up with the reason. Or the way.
My biggest concern about if it's a disassembly thing, unless I can figure out how to use vanilla to tell me all the recipes in the game, that's a lot of code to like hard code every single recipe from my mod, and then if we wanted anything from vanilla. Being lazy, basically.
Well, how does vanilla do it for the book that they have now?
But
doesn't that book store all the recipes?
Right. I think so. In a way. I haven't looked at it though. This is what we want right here, this code.
I know, you're not trying to think of this right now.
Yeah, because I want to get the messages first. We gotta be funny before we're like intelligent. Come on.
We'll just get this one working, and that one can be for a different block down the road or something, if anything.
Oh, there's another reason we can't revisit this one later too.
Or a tier 2 version maybe? Or 3, technically, that would be. I need some reason to go to my water world.
Random. R equals new random.
Yeah, we still have not grown a single crystal. We're close. A couple of them have 2 spikes. Like literally 2. Nope, now 3.
3? That should be all 4. They go 2 and then 4.
No, I mean...
Oh. Including the center one.
Yeah, no. 3 count the center spike. Big one in the middle. They have 2 offshoots on the side. Oh,
you're breaking up pretty hard for me.
No, I'm just talking like an idiot.
No, you're real body. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Okay, so these are what we want. And we'll say... So 2, 3, 4, 5. Such and such was shredded to bits. S-H-R-E-D-D. Is it shredded? Like that? S-H-R-E. Yeah, S-H-R-E-D-D-E-D. What other funny messages should we have, Fiery?
to that same machine?
Yeah, death messages. Was shredded to bits is what I have for one.
Tested the term death cube.
Test the term death cube.
Failed to obey the warning sign.
That's a good one. I put in, was dying to see the inside of the shredder. Failed to obey the warning sign. Got a hug from the shredder. Where? Just 5 random ones. We can always put more in later. We can always put in more of the ones from the machines. We got flattened by a heavy machine, squashed by a heavy machine, played chicken with a heavy machine. GG. Can be found stuck in the bottom of the wheel of a heavy machine. Didn't wear a hard hat in a construction site. RIP.
Tell you what, stream. Put one in the comments after the video. If you guys are watching it after the stream or whatever, put it in the comments in the videos, whatever, you know, comments.
Are you tired, aren't you?
Yeah, I am tired. I ain't afraid to admit it. If we like it, I'm pretty sure Tech will probably throw it in.
Oh yeah, if it's funny, I'll put it in. It's funny and
funny, not
sadistic,
disgusting,
yeah.
Or
exactly funny and appropriate. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Okay, spawn me in, Scotty. Difficulty peaceful, just so I don't die right away. Come on, get me out of the way. And then game mode 0. Oh, I screwed something up. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I don't have generic in front of it, that's what's wrong. Okay. Respawn. F3T. I still need to spawn more mobs to make sure I didn't break the mob drop stuff. I very well could have with what I did. And if that's the case, then we're not gonna have funny messages.
Yep.
Got a hug from the shredder.
Nice.
Got a hug from the shredder. I'm surprised I can walk through it at all. Must be invulnerable when you respawn for a short while or something. Tested the term death cube.
Nice.
Shredded to bits. Get a hug. Was dying to see the inside of the shredder. Okay. Now let's go back in game mode 1. Time 0.
Yeah, not game dough. Okay, we're not going to see the Geolord. All hail.
Oh. So wrong yet so right at the same time.
I got a rep for my boy Aragorn, you know, and CZ. I mean, oh wait, I see stuff falling off.
I see XP orbs. I see a skull. I think we're okay.
We're good. Great. Wrap it in a box. Color done.
Oh, she's not done. She's still ugly.
Well, I did say wrap her in a box.
Okay. She's a big girl. I don't know why I woke up with that yesterday morning. It was like, I was just like, yeah, okay, this is a cool beat. I don't know what this is. And then later on, it just dawned on me what it was. Yeah, I think this is good. Just need textures, which is not gonna happen tonight. Nope. Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. No new textures.
Not even if you're in the bushes of love?
So you did get the Bush presidency reference there.
No, I was just cracking a joke about that Yoda video.
Yeah. But I was doing the no new taxes, read my lips kind of thing when he used to say that. And then you just happened to talk about the bushes of love, and it was Bush that did it. It's all fits together. It's interesting, like, because they're blazes, they don't fall down as fast. So they don't die on the first one. They're dying out here. Not even these guys.
Wow. Okay,
Now if I spawn them down in there, they'll die. But if I put them on top of the conveyors, they don't die till there for some reason.
maybe it takes that long for them to fall down into one?
Honest. Okay, let's see if I can... Difficulty... Not difficulty. Game mode... 0! Yeah, I don't die to the last one either. What's that?
You know how well this would work with some cursed earth from oh, what mod is that?
Bombcraft?
No, it's
Extra utilities.
thank you. Yes. Yeah, the stuff that spawns when you try to do one of the sigils. Well, now you trapped yourself. Didn't obey the warning. Oh, you failed to obey the warning sign. Ugh.
How do I get out of this? The game mode one. Spawn. No, you can't do spawners, can you? Wait, if I do creeper and a dispenser. Let's just do one and then give it a comparator and some redstone.
Are you just trying to make it endlessly spawn?
Right.
Okay, why don't you just make a real quick, easy battery?
Quick easy battery. What?
An endless loop battery? That'll work to it. I didn't know you could do that.
It's pulse and 2-click. Needs to be slower for the dispenser to actually work. Repeaters.
Yeah, repeater after it. Or even like 2 of them. That works.
Game mode 0, and they all come towards me. I want to see if they can any of them make it through. So I wanted to get a bunch of them.
Come at me, bro. Come on, ba. You ain't got nothing.
Look at my, like, I'm just sitting here and getting XP.
Oh man, that will so work for gold farms.
For gold farms.
Like in the nether.
Oh, put a ring of them around you, then shoot one of them. Just let them die. I wonder if the blocks will tick them off and keep them aggro. Like,
I wonder if you could make a gas farm this way.
Okay, I need to spawn a bunch of pigments over there instead of creepers. A gas farm? No, gas fly in the air. They wouldn't get hit by it.
How much room do they require to spawn?
Quite a bit.
Like, taller than what they are?
Taller? No. But they require like a 3x3 area or 4x4 area or something.
Because couldn't you just like stripe the ground and leave just enough room for them to spawn? And then have the rest be conveyors to move the gas tiers away and... I don't know. Once they get in, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
So they're not getting aggro at me, I don't think. I'm in survival now.
Well, right, you gotta kill one. You gotta shoot one of them first.
But I'm saying the blocks weren't making them aggro at me when they died. That's what I was afraid of would happen.
Well, that's good.
Game mode 0. Game mode 1. Game mode anything? Jeez. Snowballs. There we go. Game mode 0.
Good old snowball fight. You lose. You lose too.
Forget the fact that you can get XP off of the wake up. I don't know what's called.
The mobs?
Oh, the crystals. Man, this is a better way of getting XP. Imagine if I had conveyors pushing into these things.
Because, yeah, they'll spawn on the conveyors too, won't they?
Yep.
Oh, man. That is so just bad. You don't even need a villager anymore. You know that?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's true.
End farms for, Enderman. Oh, my God.
Oops. Oh no! I regret everything. Oh, great. Hey, I spawned inside of it. Okay, what's ticking them off to go after me now? Ooh.
They remembered. Oh, gosh, the rain of experience that is just heading your way. Wait,
Yeah, that's from my death spot.
Where is all of that coming from?
Where I died, probably. My body, my corpse, whatever.
And it's still spitting it out?
Nah, I think it's glitching. Back and forth. Let's see here. Let me get... I know I said I was gonna quit, but this is fun. MC Stacker. I want to find the set command for spawners if I can. Spawner command generator. We're gonna spawn some. I don't know what. Skeletons? Nothing special, just a regular spawner. I am not in creative. Let's go over here. And get the shredder. Huh?
Death cube? I thought it was the death.
You're either breaking up or my brain's shutting off. Maybe both.
Leave me break. How about now? Is it any better?
Yes.
Alright.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
This wouldn't be how you'd want to set up a spawner like this.
No, you'd want the conveyors pushing them out to the center, and then just have a collections thing on the side. But they do spawn on it, so.
Yeah, and with a block like that, they'll spawn in the air above anything. Like, you can spawn them over the air, right? I just want to see how fast they'll spawn. Because it's going to instantly kill them as soon as they spawn. It's just, what's the timing for the next spawn? And this is what I thought. There's a long cooldown until it spawns again. That's just how a spawner normally works.
Well, that and all the other mobs are getting in the way with it.
Yeah, but if you look at this, the way mob spawners work, that thing has to get spinning all the way full speed before it'll spawn another mob. That's what the spinning means. Also, the flames will disappear when it actually tries to do a spawn. If it ever does one again. See the flames that came out around it?
Yeah.
Oh. Anywho. I think that's enough of this, and I need to kill these blazes because they be driving me nuts. Oh, and they're all stuck up there anyway. I can't get them. That's annoying.
You got the switch switched?
No. There's no glass up there. Okay. I still got a couple stacks of them, so that's good. Get back to the base. And... Oh! Surprise! Blazing the way out. And I'm on fire.
It's alright, it matches the whole entrance that you were just at.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting really tired. Okay, stream. Good night, everybody. We'll probably pick up sometime tomorrow, and maybe I can make a texture or something for that shredder we were just working on. See what we can make it look like. Then I guess we can probably add it in. So, anyway, this is TechStack signing off. Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.